This time I'm gonna go to Nordkapp, which is right up here, the northernmost part of Norway, and I live there, Helsinki. Out there is Russia, so it's not part of Europe. Europe map. I'll drive here, and it's a 20-hour drive. Nice.
So Erik has just bought some stuff for the beast.
The beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the kayaks.
Yep. They're up here.
There they are.
Yeah.
We need to attach them safely to the roof.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
And we're in Bauhaus now. To grab what?
Some
paint.
paint, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, this place is genuinely large. You get lost.
Oh, we need one of these. I think we need one and one of these also. And one of these.
That's
and maybe
insane.
also these. Then we have a green, blue, red.
Yeah, that's a whole workshop.
Real men have that.
Yeah.
Hyvät asiakkaat, palvelemme vielä 15 minuuttia. Ärade kunder, vi betjänar ännu 15 minuter.
What was it you said in Swedish because the video was cut off?
So they said, so they said ärade kunder, and that means sort of highly honored or like honorable or gracious.
That's like an extra
Yeah, it's sort of the level of politeness that you don't hear in Bauhaus.
Yeah,
basically.
that's correct.
And my feeling is that the Swedish-speaking Finns are more polite. They use an older version of Swedish.
Yeah. And this is the beast. These are the canoes.
Why don't they have to wear a helmet, these guys?
I mean, I guess it's by law you have to, but
No, they don't.
but yeah, but
I think it's because they are 29 kilometers an hour or something like that. They have restricted.
Yes, they are restricted. Yes, they are restricted.
It's one. I think they have restricted them at 29 or something like that. So that makes them not bike. I don't know. But bikes, you're supposed to have a helmet.
Bikes are supposed. Yes. So they are accounted as bikes too, but I don't know.
But for some reason, the helmet thing doesn't apply to them.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm packing the Landy for a trip to Nordkapp, so the very northern part of Norway. That will be exciting. It's a 20-hour drive almost. I'll take it in 3 days or so. That will be really exciting. So here we are, having the Landy with kayaks on top right there, a little ladder, and then on the back there I'll put my bicycle. I'm trying to there. I have stuff that has to go with there. Let's see how this is. Okay, so here we are in the Landy, packing now. So far quite empty. Down here I keep the gas for the Trianga kitchen that I can cook food. I want to keep them away from me in case there would be a crash and they would catch fire and explode. I don't want them to explode near me. So now there's at least 2 seats and some wood in between me and that. Here I actually have a fire extinguisher in case I need it. Here I also have fire blanket right there in case somebody needs to be put out the fire on. Some electricity hoses, and then here we have on tap for warm water, cold water, some ropes. I have some Callista's Paradox book there in case somebody wants to buy some. And that's my house that I rent. The good thing with renting is that you free up your capital so that you can use it for other things. Everybody wants to have a house, it seems. That's great. And there historically has been really good returns on that. Who knows if that's going to be like that forever. But it's a risky thing, at least to tie up all your capital in a house. Gives the problems that you can't do other things. But I can, because I've sold the house, because I divorced some years ago. And then I can have a venture capital firm where I invest the money instead of having them locked up in the house, and I can buy a landy, boom, like this, and kayaks, and do stuff, and work less. That's good, of course. Or at least work on my terms. For example, up in Norway. Boom. Okay, so ready packed. Now, actually, I have some space left there. That's great. So, bicycle on the back, all the stuff that I need here, water, clothes, and my electronic stuff, and the computers and books, and my sleeping gear, and some spare room. Great. And now, boom. Let's see how this will be on the road. I think it will be great. Actually, all the way to the northern part of Norway. 20 hours drive. Yeah, boom. I even put some small, have a regular arrogant sticker, and I have a little QR code. If anybody wants to go and follow on our link tree, there's links to all the sorts of things that we do at Erik Ventures. So I put there, always good to collect some followers. Okay, wish me luck. Okay, so we just filled maximum now, and now I zeroed out the trip thingy. So let's see how many kilometers. I hope for 1,000 kilometers in one tank, because the Landy has been a safari car in its previous life, and then it had an extra diesel tank installed, so there is like 130 liters of diesel you can take. So you have to fill pretty seldom, but it's expensive when you do it. But then you can drive far, 100 miles, literally, like 1,000 kilometers. Let's see. Now, zeroed it out now, and we are in Finland, driving north to the northern part of Norway. Tanking up on candies. Not bad. To make sure sound quality is great, I have taken my loudspeaker with me. I strapped it in with the seatbelt, of course. Important to be safe, stay safe. But then, boom, we can have good music when we drive to Norway, not bad. Also, I have a lucky thing with me, lucky charm, to be safe. And so when I'm out traveling, wherever I go, I always have this with me. I have this, it says Papa, Dad in Swedish, my kids have done that for me. And I have here, Ivar, Iris, Emil, Ines, the name of the 4 lovely kids. So I always have this on whenever I go traveling anywhere. So both if I'm on leisure, otherwise I only have the little one, it's more discreet if it's business. But I miss my kids a lot, always when I'm not with them. I wish they were here with me. So let's go to Norway now. Oh, a bit funny. This Land Rover right in front of me there. He just drove past and swiveled down the window and said, hey, let's stop by the next thing and let's talk some cars. So now I'm gonna stop and talk to this dude here. Let's see. He looked funny and nice. Let's see. See you there, Mr. KRC 445. This is the funny thing with the Land Rovers, that you can get friends everywhere. So, Erik here and
Simon.
Simon. So Simon has also the coolest car in the world, cooler than Pagani. This old Landy here, older than mine. How old was yours?
99.
99, mine is 2008. He is also working on building in the back, but he is cooler than me, so he builds himself. Yeah.
Well, as far as it's possible.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
This is a beautiful car. Wow.
it has a bit of history too.
What's the history then?
It used to belong to the German intelligence.
The German intelligence.
Yes.
Ein, zwei, Polizei.
Exactly. And the guy who owned it,
Yeah.
it was his service car. And
Okay.
when he retired, he bought it.
Okay.
And he then moved
Yeah,
and sold me the car.
of course. But you have cool, also you have a cool dashboard here. What's that?
Yes, so this is the old dashboard and a little addition up
What
on
is
top.
these things?
So primary and secondary battery. So leisure battery that charges off a switch under the seat.
Yeah.
And then exposed the oil temperature and
Of course. And this is the way
oil pressure.
it's supposed to be like that, a little bit. Like
Yes, exactly.
in
So,
motion.
because I've just changed the clutch, so everything is a bit in pieces.
Yeah.
But I want to change the cubby box as well, so renovate it a bit so it's
Yeah.
not so shabby. And
course.
we can actually find stuff in it. Yeah, then we put the seat covers on because seats are of course old and not so nice.
crappy. Yeah.
And I even installed seat heating because
Ooh.
the wife wants to have a nice warm behind.
I
the
have
with her.
seat heating, but it's not working in my landing. That's one of the many things that isn't working. No.
Well, I can give you a recommendation then for what to do. Didn't take long, about 30 minutes to install.
Ooh.
So it was really nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is a TD5, so it is a original engine from theirs,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes, it's a 10P, it's a first generation engine. Runs great, leaks every once in so often.
Yeah, of course.
Finally doesn't leak.
If there is no oil under the car, there is no oil in the car.
Exactly, which
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
You have no oil in the car.
No oil in the car. No, still a bit left, but oil change coming up. And yeah, my junior really likes it.
Of course. How many kids do you have?
One.
One.
Is
I have four.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
eight.
good. Yeah. There's another landing. The one I just spoke to. Really cool. Everybody should have a landing. Okay, so on the trip north, so I am now in Heinola. Heinola is like an hour and a half drive from Helsinki. And then I realized that my good buddy Tommy lives, or he has a summer cottage in Heinola. So I called him, and yeah, they're home. And so I'll go there and say hi and have coffee. Let's see how that is. Okay, so here we have the white things there, they are hay. So the farmers take them in and then store them in these plastic thingies. Looks like massive sugar cubes. Really funny stuff. Okay, so first night sleeping out is in the woods somewhere in Jyväskylä. So here's me. And behind me here we have Landy right there. And we're in the middle of the woods. It's like 2 o'clock at night. Quite light still. Just brushed my teeth. Let's hope nobody comes here in the morning and gets angry with me. Well, let's see what happens. But anyway, here we are. And it works really well to get the roof tent up with the kayaks on top and all. So let's hope that I sleep well now. Let's see. Another hyper straight road. Here we have Oulu 162. So Oulu is where I'm heading now to fix the headlights. Here comes another super straight road. Yeah. It's important to build roads straight, so that you can easily fall asleep. Again, next episode in the straight roads competition. It's like straight as hell. I have straight competition before being saying straight. And then straight competition are 6 again. Straight competition are 6 again. Yeah. Straight competition are 9. All straight.
Later that day.
Okej, så här vi tar ett in Haminan grilli ja kioski. We'll see we get some burgers. I have ordered a double chicken burger. It was almost impossible to get what I wanted. But I don't want loads of fat and I want to know what I eat so I don't get fat and die early. That would be great. So I'm a difficult client. But it's important to stay healthy. Especially when you're 52 like I am. Really important to eat healthy. Or you will lose your muscle strength and you will get fat and things will go downhill from here. We don't want that. No strangers or burgers, but chicken, 4 times chicken fillets with some cabbage on top and some pita bread. Actually pretty healthy, not so bad. Here's the beast, and here is my laptop where I work today. Have a bit of work to do. That's one of the things that's beautiful when you're on the road with the Landy. And when you are an entrepreneur, of course, the problem is that you are responsible for everything yourself. The upside is that you can do whatever you want, and then you can work a couple of hours from a place like this. The important thing is then to be able to have quite clear boundaries between work and free life, so that you don't burn yourself out. That's a real risk. Founder burnout is a real risk. Really bad stuff. So you are not as resilient as you might think, all of us out there. If you don't get recovery, things will go bad. Still, it is great to be able to choose where you work from. You just have to be disciplined. Oh yeah, so now we are driving into Sweden from Finland. We are in Tornio. Tornio and Haparanda, sort of the same city, but in 2 different countries. And now we're driving across the border, and of course very nice. You have cities that are sort of, even though it's 2 different countries, it is like one city, and people sort of pass between them very easily. And now we are in Sweden. Hurra! Amazing. Nu är vi i Sverige. That was Swedish. So for those of you that don't know, I'm Swedish, but I live in Finland. Yeah. Okay, so just shop food, the regular food shop, co-market, regular food stuff. So, taking a break. I've been driving now for like 3 hours straight, too much, or like 2.5. Time to take a break. So I took a break here, which is like in the middle of nowhere, absolutely nowhere. There, somewhere there is Finland, and over there is where I'm going now. So I decided that actually I will take a stop by my good buddy Kalle. He's my childhood friend. I've known him forever. I've known him since I was 14 and I'm 52. That's a lot of years. That's 14, 24, 34, well, a lot of years. And then I'm going to go to his place. He has a wife from Luleå up north, so they have a summer cottage here. So I'll go and visit there, sleep one night. Then I get to sleep in a real bed instead of in top of the tent. That's good. And I can shower. That's nice too. And that's the road to their place. And meanwhile, here we are. Not such a nice spot, but it's next to the highway. But what can you do? Chewing gums. Important when you take to. I have in the back here now. I have my JBL speaker to have some better sound than in the Landy usually. And when you take chewing gums, it's important to do this. So one thing with the Landy is when you start it, the stereo will always say hello to you. We don't know why, but it will do that. Listen carefully here now when I turn on the key. Right. Listen here now. When you start the Landy, the stereo will always say hello. Listen here now. I'll turn on the key. You hear now?
Hello.
Hello. Landy says hello. I'll do it again.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Landy. Very friendly. Thank you, Landy. Makes me feel good. Now we're driving a bit sort of westward and then a tiny bit south, crossing from Finland over to Sweden and then to Luleå. We're not going all the way to Luleå, we're going to something called Rödberget, where my best buddy since childhood, Kalle, has a summer cottage with his wife, and he's from up here. So as you can see now, it's like 9 o'clock, but the sun is still up, That's what happens when you are very far up north. In a couple of days we will be way up there, more north, and then the sun will be up always. And hey, look at this. We have a lot of the sugar cubes with the hay that I talked about. Well, it's a beautiful drive. And oh, wow, here we have a straight road again. Not almost straight, at least. That would be straight road number 12 or 13. Now we are at my friends Kalle and Jenny's summer cottage sauna. Really important. Wood-fired sauna. And it's super beautiful. Sea right here. Here is the house. 3 kids in there, gaming of course, as kids do. We just had dinner here, and I will sleep over there. There's a garage. Yeah. Up there you can sleep as well. But more importantly, check out the sauna. Yeah. Here we have the beast. Right there, the beast. And they have a white car. Maybe that's the beauty then, if that's the beast. Oh, barbecue, very important. Hey! Here we have Kalle, my good buddy Kalle, that I have known since I was 14. How old are we now? 52. So how many years have we known each other? Well, a lot. And anyway, here is Kalle, and as you do in northern part, well, anywhere in Sweden, summer holidays are mainly for fixing summer cottages. So now we are gonna do a bit of fixing here on Kalle's house, because the wind will blow here from the beautiful sea, which we have here, and the wind will blow and expose this house side to the merciless weather here. And so you need to get rid of it and build new ones. Yeah, that's what we are doing now for a day.
Just det, innan du tar in ytterplankorna först. Ja. För att sen så ska jag rita streck. Ja, så att jag vet. Annars är det så jävla stor med.
Okay, so today we will do a little bit of driving with my good friend Kalle's 3 kids. We have what? Samuel, how louder? Samuel, and then we have Elias and Benji. And they will start by helping me by taking off the bicycle at the back of the car. Okay, come on guys. Yeah. So their job is now to prevent them from gaming all day, every day, and lose their lives just gaming, wasting their time. They will take off the bicycles. That's their job, and they will be your social media editors here now. Okay, now we'll show the guys how to open that back tent. Okay, put it here. Okay. I'm going to do it like that. Whoa! Yeah, check here. Okay, get in. Yeah, you just climb in. Oh. That's cool.
Oh, I see. I also want to go in.
Yeah, you can get in there. Yeah. Okay, Elias. Hey Samuel! Hey Benjamin! Hey Elias! Oi! Oh! Okay, so this is the inside of the camper. How are you doing?
Very good.
All cool. Is it warm and nice? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay, we can hang out here for a while and then I'll get the drone. So now let's see when the guys get out of the landing. Okay guys, come on. 1 kid of 3. Next. Number 2 of 3. And number 3 of 3. Benjamin. Don't fall. Be careful. You can do it. Wow, boom. Pretty awesome. Here we have them. 1, 2, 3, all alive. Let's pack the tent down. Okay. So now let's pack it in. Boom. Nu är vi med. Ja. Okay guys. Okay, so here we have, now we're out in the Swedish forest, and I'm here with Kalle's kids, Samuel, Elias and Benjamin. They're here, and this is an ant's nest. Oi, it's big. So, oi. Okay guys, stay there so that we can show it in comparison to the 3 of you.
Is this as big as me?
Yeah, it's like, how tall are you, Elias? You are like 150.
Yes.
Yes, so it's 1.5 meters tall, this one. It's insane. And if you do like that, then there will be lots of activity with the ants. This is crazy. But hey, what can you do? Whoa! How many ants live here, you think? 1 billion trillion, more than there is storage space on Google. Hey, look at this, guys. We have blueberries. Blueberries, healthy. If you check these, I will now look at the blueberries I just picked. I'll bite through it here. And as you can see, they are red in the middle. Not blue. No, the ones you buy in the stores are usually white in the middle. It's because they are cheating blueberries, not real ones. These are far more nutritious and better for you. And Do you have ants in the pants now? They have ants in the pants. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the beast. And now we are gonna get the sailing boat ready for sailing. It's important to get a lot of stuff. Never really chill. Some more stuff and Kalle. And that little red boat there is the one we are gonna use right there. To do a bit of sailing, maybe. If we are lucky. And all the parts are there. What do you think, Jenny? Do we have all the stuff we need?
Don't ask me.
Boom! Yes, the answer is definitely maybe.
I have no idea.
Kalle is from Gothenburg. He's a really sea guy from the west or best coast of Sweden. We also have the east coast, and it's then opposite of the west coast or the best coast. Now we are on the east coast, Jenny. Yeah.
We are not that much of a sailor.
No, Kalle, are you a sailor? There is a very manly man. You can see he will drag his own boat, he will kill his own food and things like that.
Erik, så du vet,
Yeah.
han tejpar den så att den är jätte...
Tejpade från start.
Which one?
Den här.
Taped it.
Den är tejpad.
Du har försökt med alla jävla...
Oh. Always a lot of work getting stuff ready. And we're gonna go out around that little island. Great weather today. Here come some kids. Suddenly they are interested. Let's see if they come along. Hey, Kalle! Come on, row! Row! Well, we forgot, some parts of the sails. Yes, we forgot some of the sails. Harder, more, faster. See, Kalle is a bit weak. What happens? Yeah. How about that? Yeah, faster, more. Kalle, yeah, we forgot the main sheet, so the line that goes from the sail down to the boat, so we had to row instead. But hey, good training for us. We need that, so we're strong. Oh, it was quite windy. It would have been a nice sailing.